Meditations with Marigny. So this is just a quick check-in this morning, and it is just while I'm writing and thinking, I've been thinking, and I just wanted to hop on and I wanted to personally invite you to the live conversation tonight in reference to the post that I mentioned that was on Michael Baston's site. It's on his Facebook page, and it popped up on my page because I am a member of his page, or I follow him, whatever you call it. And the topic was, what do you think about waiting the first 6 months before having sex? And we are going to talk about this in depth tonight. We're going to talk about the comments, or some of the comments that were posted. I think I'll try to pull up my computer so that we can discuss some of the comments that were out there, and just to kind of get y'all juices flowing, help you guys to get some thought processes going. But I really wanted to capitalize on a moment where you would automatically know what we're going to talk about tonight. So we are going to talk about no sex in the first 6 months, and why is it important? And then why is it not important? Does it really matter whether or not you wait? Many of the comments that were there said, live your best life. You only live once. I'm too old to hold on to it. And there were only a couple of comments out there that probably would have matched what I would have said. And I did not get to comment on that page, but I can tell you that I do plan to go back and make a comment. And my comment is not going to move in the same direction of many of those that were on the site. So I think it's always healthy to have, more than one viewpoint, and have the ability to see things from a different direction. Because, maybe it is that we should only be considerate of living right now. Maybe we should not consider the after effects. Maybe we should only enjoy the moment that we're in, and we should not think about the consequences and or the challenges that come from sharing ourselves with someone many times that we don't even know. we don't have a clue what their underlying current is. I'm trying to say like underlining triggers, but what things that they actually deal with. How do they actually live? Who are they? What is their character? And we've already shared our body with them, but we don't even know their middle name. There are so many pieces to this puzzle. And even though most times my channel is speaking to mature women, I am more concerned based on that particular post and what I saw from women that were in my age group and maybe a few years younger. I am more concerned as to what are we teaching the young women. And when the Bible talks about the older women teach the young women, I really thought about the fact that we don't have big mamas no more. We don't have grandmamas that pour into children and make sure that we help to cultivate the family guidance and the family structure while the man is out working. The whole component and connectivity of men and women coming together for marriage was so that they could build something better together. And so in this day and time, we may find that we can find someone that we can still continue to build with, because to a certain degree, some of us have already built a portion of our lives. But if you are like me and you went through a divorce, I had to rebuild. I am still in a rebuilding state. And if I'm honest with you, I don't know too many people that have gone through what I have gone through and they did not have to rebuild. So yes, in your 20s, you might have been matching up with somebody to see whether or not we can have kids together. We're going to have 2 children and a dog. and we going on vacation twice a year. That may have been what your life looked like. And if you built that house, if we are completely honest, most people lost that in the process of the divorce. The family structure was destroyed. Somebody moved into an apartment. Somebody else probably moved into somebody's basement, or they might have had to go live with their parents or something of that sort. They had to go live with a family member. There was a rebuilding that had to take place. And so if we think about that, why now would we think about not preserving ourselves? And this is for men and for women. Why would we not think about the consequences that come behind sharing our body with somebody that we don't even have a clue? We don't even know them. We don't know whether or not they have any type of diseases. We don't know whether or not they have a crazy baby mama. We don't know whether they got a crazy baby daddy. We don't know whether they got a crazy ex that's still hanging or lingering out there. There are so many things that could come out of that. We don't know whether or not they're crazy. you showing them your body, and again, like I said, they don't even know your middle name. So tonight, guys, we're going to kind of hash that out. So by now, you know my stance on this. I think it's the craziest thing. Some of those comments that I read, I was thinking to myself, well, that's a death trap, and you probably don't even have life insurance. I was thinking to myself, if you did leave here today, the people that you're going to leave affected by your life being gone, you didn't even make preparation for them. So we're going to hash it out. And it's going to be some controversy because a couple of people that I invited, we don't have the same viewpoint. And so, and I intentionally invited them because I like balance. I like for people to express themselves openly, to give their thought processes. And I like to have healthy conversation about things that will, one, help me maybe somebody can say something that can help me to see it from a different perspective. Maybe I can have a different understanding of why we would feel that it is so detrimental to us to open ourselves up to somebody and we don't even know what their favorite color is, or open ourselves up to someone and we don't even know what their favorite food is. Those are the types of questions that I ask when I'm getting to know someone. I want to know, what do they like? What is your favorite candy bar? Before you know whether or not, I got body scars, or I can drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. So anyway, at least y'all know I know how to have a good time. But tonight, join me live on YouTube. I'm gonna be on Facebook as well. But join me live here on YouTube, and we are going to discuss I'm going to pull the post up so I can read exactly to you guys what it says. But we're going to discuss a post that I saw on the Michael Baston, I think it's Michael Baston Live Facebook page, that asked about, what are your thoughts about, and I think it was specifically for women. What are your thoughts about women who are now saying they're not having sex for the first 6 months? It was a couple of guys, they were like, oh, she can miss me. Like, there's a little puppy that I like. He said, you can miss me with all that. But there were a couple of guys who said, oh, she can miss me. And I was thinking, he's probably the one that wouldn't even help you pay your electric bill. But he's willing to jump into your bed. But he wouldn't be willing to come and get you off the side of the road. But he probably could bring you to a climax. I want you to really think about that. One of the things that I thought about, and as I said, guys, I'm not going to stay on here long. I remember my car had an issue a couple of months ago. And it made me do some deep thinking of who could I call if I'm stranded on the side of the road. And for those of you that know me, you know that I'm walking in abstinence, which means that I don't have a large group of people that I could call. But there are a few people that I know that if I really needed them and I really needed their support, I could pick up the telephone and I could say, hey, I really need your help. Can you come and assist me? And that's powerful. And they are not people that necessarily have an interest in me or I have an interest in them. And then sometimes there might be an interest. I think that we may not speak about. But I want you guys to think about what it is that we are offering to people that we don't even have a connection to. We're going to hash out whether or not we think that it is okay to be sexually active with someone that we do not know simply for the fulfillment of our personal pleasure. Do we not have enough discipline? That's one of the things that I think about. Because the other thing that I also think about is if they sleeping with you, they probably sleeping with somebody else. And if they break up with you in 2 months and they slept with you in the first week, they probably gonna sleep with the next person in the first week as well. So join me tonight, right back here, 9 p.m. Invite a friend. Tell somebody to bring their thought processes. Jump in the comments. Give me some feedback. And I look forward to chatting with you. It says, hi, everyone. Good evening. Good evening. And I'm going to try to figure out how I can. Hello from South Korea. All right. I'm going to try to figure out how I can respond to comments after I have finished the live. Other than that, guys, have a good night, and I will see you guys tonight at 9 p.m. Today is April the 9th, Thursday, April the 9th. Have a good night, or have a good day. Bye. Bye. Hello, guys. I do see your messages, but I don't have a way to respond. I will have to try to figure that out. So thank you guys for jumping on. Have a good one.